right, this is a quick video on why Jews are known as Jews, and is it the same as Israelites, and how does that all work? There appears to be some confusion or conspiracy about why Israelites are known as Jews. Basically, the history of it is that this term was coined because Judea was the name of the nation of Israel. Like how today we have the state of Israel in Israel, we had the state of what was known by all the surrounding nations as Judea. It was known as Judea because Judah was the ruling tribe that ruled in Jerusalem, ruled over the Temple Mount, ruled over the nation states. But prior to it just being Judea, there was a united state of Israel, and that state was united by King Saul, King David. In the time of King David, there was a nation of Israel. The 12 tribes were each in their lands. But after the Assyrian exile, basically the Assyrian Empire takes over the land of Israel at a certain point, and the nations in the north are the most affected because the Assyrian Empire is coming from the northeast. They come down and they start to war with what's known as 10 tribes. So it's mostly not the tribe of Judah, which is lower down in Jerusalem. They war with what's known as the 10 tribes as an average. It's not exactly 10. The tribes are interacting with each other and marrying sometimes within one another. Anyway, so the Assyrians come in, and not only do they conquer the 10 tribes, meaning the northern kingdom, because by the way, there was a split also in the kingdom at a certain point. Israel already splits between Judah and Israel. And so it becomes Judea and Samaria. And this is really what leads to the weakness, the spiritual weakness that allows for the Assyrian takeover of the 10 tribes. So we'll back up a little bit. So there was infighting within the nation of Israel between Judah and the other tribes. The other tribes broke off, and Judah break off. So then we have Judea and Samaria. And it's in the Shomron, so north of Jerusalem. They have their own capital, and they break off. They don't have the ancient texts. They don't have as much of the history that Judah is carrying because Judah is the rightful kings. And so there is this break within the nation, and eventually the Assyrians come and take over the northern Israelites. They take over, and part of what they do when they conquer is that they relocate large groups of them to the far east. They become what the bulk of the Pashtun tribes. They become other tribes. They interact, intermarry. Some of them lose their identities altogether. They're put in different places, and Assyrians are brought into northern Israel in order to settle the land as part of their conquering methodology. So then there is Judea, because the Assyrians do not conquer Judea. They don't conquer Jews. And so now Jews have power over what's known as Judea. There are also people from Benjamin and from Levi. So it's not only the tribe of Judah, but it is named Judea after the ruling tribe of Judah. And then there's the Babylonian exile, and then there's the Roman exile, right? Because after the Babylonian exile, the Judeans come back, but the Israelites who were exiled and displaced by the Assyrians do not come back. They are essentially lost. They are in a far, far away land. They don't come back for the Second Temple period. Then the Romans conquered Judea, and then there's the Roman exile. So there's the Babylonian exile and the Roman exile of the Judeans. And they, again, are comprised not only of Judah, but also of some Benjamin, some Levi. And then there is this exile. So now they become known as Jews because they're from Judea. Now, all the different 12 tribes have their own characteristics, and nowadays people are coming back from all the different 12 tribes and telling their stories of where they were during this 2,000-year exile. And so some people call them Jews just because they're associated with the nation of Israel. But the correct term for them is not Jews. The correct term for them is Israelites, because they are from Israel. They're from the northern tribes. And so it's not really correct to call them Jews. But the reason Israelites are often called Jews is because, again, the ruling people were the Jews. And then there was this nation state of Judea. And anyone associated with the state, which would have been any of the tribes of Israel, are sometimes called Jews. So I hope that clarifies and clears things up. Have a great day. This is Modern Jubilees, and we'll see you next time.